Silvia Samsa. I'm the Executive Director at Women's Habitat. Women's Habitat offers two main services. The first one is our Violence Against Women shelter. The shelter offers 10 women and their children. Right now there's 18 children and 10 women a safe place to live. We have staff on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. We also have a crisis line, and that crisis line took over 1,000 calls last year from women seeking assistance and trying to deal with a relationship that's violent. So during this pandemic situation, people are being told to stay at home, flatten the curve. But for the women we work with, staying at home is not a very safe place for them to be. A lot of the women we have spoken to, and our calls have increased at our helpline, and the calls have increased in terms of seeking service at our outreach program. Women are talking about the fact that their abusive partner is now home, and they're trying to get support, they're trying to get sort of like some strategy in terms of how to stay safe and how to leave. And we're being told that they're in the grocery store, going to the bathroom, and that's where they're phoning us for support because the abusive partner is now home all the time. So one of the other aspects of this pandemic is that, as I said, in terms of the staying at home, but it's the isolation. Abuse really feeds on isolation. Women feel that they're to blame, that this is their fault that this is happening, that they feel that if they did something different, they wouldn't have been hurt physically or hurt emotionally. When women come to shelter, they sit around the dining room table and they talk about the fact of what's happened to them. And for a lot of them, this is the first time they've talked about this. No one knows about it. No family, no friends, no work colleagues. And all of a sudden they realize it's not just me. This has also happened to you. And realizing that it's not my fault. I could have done everything perfect and this still would have happened to me. So I think it's really important when we're doing this work, and for the public, for all of you, is that we have to start constantly reframing the question rather than asking, why does she stay? Why do we look at the fact is, why does an abusive partner think that they can actually hurt somebody that they say they love? So this pandemic has just highlighted that for the people who are vulnerable, we have to do a better job. We have to do a better job ensuring that they get the support they need. We have to make sure that they do a better job in terms of the fact that getting safe and affordable housing. We need a national housing strategy because a lot of our women who come to shelter are struggling and really want a home of their own, but can't. As we all know, rents in Toronto are extremely high. Landlords can be very picky of who they're picking or who they're choosing for their tenants. And a woman with 2 kids who is a sole support parent is often not the first choice. So I think for all of us, we need to really be much more kind and be much more kind to the people that really look for us for support. Thank you.